Alrighty, YouTube, it's your boy Zxous, and we're back with another Goddess of Victory Nikke video. I was watching the Cyber charity match, but we gotta pause for this because I was progressing while I was watching it, and I'm not going to lie. A2 might easily be the best unit in the game when it comes to these two specific contents. And I want to say you're going to see a lot of this, of course, in story mode and tower. And it's actually insane how good she is. So there's different types of game modes when you actually are in battle. You have just the regular battles where you just have to clear and get to the boss, and then there's that. But then you also have a tower defense where you have to protect, obviously, the tower and not have all the enemies get into the square and be above 50%, because if you're below 50% by the time the time runs out, or if you just hit 0, then you automatically lose. And then also wall defense where you have to stop the enemies from crossing the wall. And because of A2's, like, her whole gimmick, right, like where she has the explosion radius, increased charge damage, she ends up just clearing these with ease. So I'm going to tackle these events in chapter 24. This is currently the highest chapter in the game. These are difficult things, right? I'm below by 30k power. These are difficult, you know, this is difficult content here. Right, again, this is the highest story chapter there is right now, chapter 24. But you're going to see A2, when it comes to these two specific game modes, she clears these with ease. So right now she's just doing okay, right? But when we get that burst skill, she's just gonna block all enemies from coming in. Look, because like the explosion radius, they're essentially all within like the same range, and the explosion radius is just insane. So when they spawn, they just bye-bye, like, and it's insane. And if we look at her numbers, she's going to be clearing like crazy. Right, and with obviously the bunny girls and stuff like that, we're always just going to be above, and you guys could just see, like, it's insane how good this one character is for like progression, right, for these stages, because I feel like a lot of the stages are like these in, again, tower and thing, and in chapter 24 you do have these enemies that silence your burst skill, and they come out like all together. They're like parasites. They just, multiple of them keep coming on and coming on and coming on, and A2 just being able to delete all of them at once is so helpful for, you know, progression right now, because again, the silence stops you from using your burst skill. Realistically, if you're not using your burst skill, you're gonna have a very difficult time beating a lot of the content. So A2 is really going to be a character who can help you clear a lot of these, and with ease, right? Very, very good for story. Again, obviously early game, fantastic character. Late game is going to be very useful for these modes here. Right, so for example, look, they're all within the one range. We don't even have our explosion radius increased, but now we do, and then boom, just deleted. They're just all gonna be deleted, right? Deleted, all of them deleted. Like, it's so crazy how good this one character is. Look at where she's attacking. The shield is in the way, but it's not enough. Like, there's really not. If this character had Pierce, right? Could rocket launchers have Pierce? Yeah, they can, because what's her name has Pierce. Laplace has Pierce. Right, but on her burst skill, of course. But like, if she had the Pierce effect too, she would honestly just be such, like, she is so good. Just look, we use her burst skill, delete. Just delete all of this. Ow, everybody gone, delete. Bye, just delete them. Like, she's so good. She's so good. But people, I'm so happy the collab characters are actually usable, bro. Oh my gosh, bro, with Chainsaw Man, the characters were cool and all, but they were mid. Realistically, like, Power was okay for boss killing, but she just, so many better options, right? And then Makima has her uses still in some content, but you're not really, like, actually with a lot of, like, the new characters we got, they're not being used, right? And she just, like, look, 13 million to 14 million, my Modernia is not using a burst skill as well, so Modernia is clear cooking right now, right? Like, her numbers are just the highest. She just does more damage output if she's not using her burst skill. But like, in mobs, oh my god, this character is the greatest thing to act. Like, for me personally, I hate a lot of these stages, right? Because they become so hectic. A lot of the time in story and tower, they become very, very, very hectic. So for her to be able to like handle majority of these types of events. So which one is this? This one is, again, so this one is called Prevent Raptures from Advancing. Okay, this one is Defense Battle. That's what this one is called. What's this one called? I just want to see the name of this. because I never knew. So the one where you're protecting the wall is defense battle. Are they both defense battles? And then this one is called base defense. So base defense is the tower one, and then defense battle is the one from the wall. But yeah, very good character for both of these. And again, this is in a lot of the content, bro. So good. It's so good. And she's good against the bosses. Like, honestly, bro, I have to do my tier list for her. Well, I really have to do my tier list for her, but she is like a SS character. She might be on, like, I wouldn't say she's on par with like Modernia or Scarlet or anything like that in terms of damage, but the character herself is kind of like where I would put like a niche for what a niche is doing, right? Character is so useful. She would either be very like the highest of S or like low SS. I think those are the tiers I'd put her in realistically. She is so good. These near characters, and the fact that you cannot get them after the collab, you want to try your best to get everything you possibly can for these characters. Get your dupes if you need it, get your copy if you need it, get the skin if you need it, because I'm telling you right now, I have to get the skin. I'm going to use these characters all the time, but for A2 to do this is just bonkers, bro. There's really like no other rocket launchers doing it like that too, right? Just clearing the entire map essentially, right? And my A2 has like what, level 5? We'll do one more and then we'll end the video. But my A2 has what, level 5, level 6? Yeah, like if these were level 10, remember the explosion radius also increases the higher the level. So this is a character you definitely want to have full level 10 skills, right? Obviously the second skill doesn't really need to be full level 10, but better, it's just higher numbers with full level 10. But the first and burst skill, those two skills you want level 10 skills, I think, guaranteed, right? The second skill is like, it's whatever. It is additional damage, but I don't know if you have to like fully commit to full level 10 with that skill specifically, realistically. But no, this character, the charge damage, very good. Like, very good. Just clearing all of them is so good. And then with Blanc and Noir, like, let me not discredit the other characters helping her, right? Litter, massive attack buff. Noir, damage taken increase to all enemies, right? Like, I'm not going to discredit their work, but there's no question. She is the Bunny Girl's A2. Modernia is already Modernia. Like, these characters, it's, bro, the tier list that I have to make after the anniversary is going to be so hard. It's going to be so hard because I made a tier list recently, but it didn't have Summer and Niece because Summer and Niece wasn't a thing. It doesn't have the near characters. It's not going to have the anniversary. I plan on making like that tier list video that I did that a lot of you guys enjoyed again after the anniversary. And it's going to be so hard because so many characters are going to be getting out of the top 10 at this point, I think. So let me know. Question of the day. Do you guys think any of the near characters are top 10 units of the game? Right, that's question of the day. Do you think either A2 or 2B are top 10 characters in the game? As of right now, they really are good though. They really are so good. Like anybody who says they're mid is just delusional. We fell below 40%. That's because we're just losing HP from the enemies actually. But yeah, she's good. Fantastic for those contents, bro. I hope this was a good show, right? If anytime I'm fighting that, I'm using this A2 team. Anytime I'm fighting the base defense or the tower defense or defense tower, whatever it was called, I forgot. Defense battle or the base defense, I'm using A2. It's just the reality of the situation. But you guys let me know what you think. It's your boy Zxous. I'm a fantastic character.